What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here on this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning, so come by and say hello. All right, guys, let's talk about the LPs and some of the incentives that will need to change over time. So these are two proposals that have been put in by Claiborne, and it seems he's gathered a lot of feedback. These are things that, well, I'll get into my thoughts later, although I do agree with it. So let's actually talk about both of them. They're both regarding LPs. So the first of which is the voucher pool, right? So as of now, we have SPS, about 300,000 SPS per month that is being paid out to the voucher swap.hive pool. Now, here's the thing. I think it's important for vouchers to have some kind of pool where people can easily trade. But what the SPS DAO is trying to do, or at least what Claiborne is trying to do here, is first of all, switch it over to SPS and vouchers rather than swap.hive and vouchers, and begin paying it only 100,000, which is, a 1/3 of where it used to be. So 300,000 SPS. The purpose of this change is to ensure that we're rewarding a comparable pool that has direct exposure to SPS. I think that's really important. The remaining 200,000 SPS per month will be rerouted to the SPS DAO's wallet on Binance Smart Chain. The purpose of rerouting the inflation instead of stopping it entirely is to have the tokens available for the SPS DAO to use as it sees fit in the future, such as for opening and incentivizing new LPs if the DAO elects to do so. So to me, that represents we'll have an additional 200,000 per month that we could put towards maybe a Solana bridge, a Solana LP, or maybe a Matic LP, or whatever it is that may come up. If we want to incentivize, or maybe even something like, maybe we incentivize doing something with Arcade Colony. If Arcade Colony really blows up and we want to make sure that people have an easy way to transfer one over. And I don't know, maybe Arcade Colony is going to set something up on their own, who knows, but maybe another game comes to Hive. Now, the other one that is out right now too is the governance proposal, for the DEC DAI LP. So this is the one that is on Ethereum. It is the stablecoin token. I love the stablecoin tokens, right? From an investor standpoint, to me, I love the fact that you can just go and, it kind of has like the Terra Luna effect of being able to get a crazy APR by holding essentially a stable coin, right? DEC and DAI. Again, it's not perfect, and but it is what it is, and I think it has a lot of opportunity. That being said, what Claiborne is proposing to do here is we reroute all of the inflation being paid, which is 200,000 per month, and put that back into the wallet. So essentially, we stop paying for it, and the reason is, and let me go ahead over here. This is on CoinGecko. You can see, so you got Uniswap V2, DEC DAI. This pair gets less than $1,000 worth of volume per day. Now, we're only talking about DEC DAI right now. I don't know if, I don't know if Claiborne's going to put another one for PancakeSwap, because this is, what's funny is this is not much either. This is like $5,000-$6,000. So maybe we'll see one in the future coming for PancakeSwap. But if it does, here's the thing. I still like having the stablecoin pairs, but I do believe that if you look at the data right now, it's not providing any utility. Barely anybody is using it. If there's less than $1,000 worth of volume, then it's not providing any kind of major or significant utility to the ecosystem. So it makes sense to turn it off. The reason that I like these stablecoin pairs, and I was alluding to it earlier, is the fact that you can get that Terra Luna UST effect from, if people remember, the Anchor protocol, where the reason that Terra Luna took off is because people could get a 20% APR holding a stable coin. Now, we know after everything that played out with Terra Luna that it wasn't quite stable, and obviously it was an algorithmic stablecoin. It got attacked. Go do your own research on how that played out. Everything obviously collapsed. Whereas here, you'd be holding two pairs, or a pair of DEC and either DAI or USDC, and of course there's counterparty risk there, because while those are stable coins, they're not algorithmic, but they're still stable coins that have third-party risk. It would kind of represent the same thing, where people would be able to invest or hold stable coins and receive, I think it's a 20% plus APR right now for PancakeSwap. So I would love to see that from a DeFi perspective. I think you could see a lot of money that comes in that plays the LP games. I've made videos about this in the past, but at the same time, if it's not providing any utility, nobody's really using it right now. And especially with ETH, that's the thing, right? Nobody likes paying gas fees on ETH. So we'll probably end up seeing this stay relatively low on ETH unless, whales decide to come in and, Splinterlands just absolutely shoots to the moon. But, to me, it just represents an opportunity here to reduce the amount of SPS that is hitting the market for not providing any utility. Now, the thing is, I'm sure people are going to look at this and be like, oh, well, you're biased on the voucher one. Like, it provides utility for vouchers in terms of like being able to earn SPS and all that. And you sell your vouchers. You're right. That's my bias, right? But if you just take a step back and objectively look at how much is being paid out for us to hold vouchers needlessly, right? Because vouchers don't do anything outside of being burned for something of value in the game. We shouldn't be holding vouchers. And more importantly, in my opinion, we shouldn't be getting rewarded for holding vouchers, right? If we are getting rewarded for holding vouchers, it shouldn't be something that has a crazy APR tied to it. It should just be for providing a service to the overall ecosystem, right? For people to be able to swap between another token and vouchers. And in this case, even if we don't reduce the inflation, I still think that we should be rewarding the SPS voucher rather than the swap.hive and voucher. So people have kind of pushed back to that. I still think that having exposure to SPS is way more important, because here's the thing: a newbie comes to the game, they don't know anything about Hive. We want to make it so that they don't ever need to know anything about Hive. But when they come in and they're on these DeFi platforms, they have SPS and they transfer their SPS over to Hive Engine, for example, or BSwap, whatever it is, and they will need to have a secondary transaction of going to swap.hive first, right, in order to get the best rate. I know that there's already a pool there, but we're not incentivizing it, so the liquidity isn't as high for SPS voucher. But if you just get my point, we should be incentivizing all that liquidity to be in the one that is direct, right? All SPS or Splinterlands related tokens should have that, right? We already have the SPS DEC one, so we should have an SPS voucher one. But yeah, that's just where my thoughts are on this. And then, of course, going back to the DEC DAI, I've talked about this many times before. I like the stablecoin pools, but the data here shows very much that it's not providing the amount of utility that is needed. 200,000 tokens every single month is just way too much for $1,000 worth of volume every day. So, oops, sorry about that. Hopefully that provides you guys with some kind of a framework on, why these are being put forth. I am very much in support of them. I voted for them. They're still in the pre-proposal phase so far. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all in the next one and see you around the game. Take care.